I didn't even get time to sit down. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
A little louder. Good morning.
Good morning.
That's much better. You woke me up. You know, what's interesting, what's been interesting in the last year or so is changes. I'm sure that we all notice those changes coming in. It's like the flow of current, in and out. We have all kinds of changes coming in today. And people are getting affected by it. You know, I talk to a lot of people and they say, things are really changing in my life. I'm going through this, I'm going through that. You talk to astrologers and they say, well, it's the planetary position. Don't ask me what it means. And you talk to scientists and they say, well, we have books on the earth changes and the grid changes. And I'll say, my gosh, there's so many changes going on. Look at the volcanic situation out in Hawaii. And also the different potholes, or whatever you call them down here, out in the west coast of Florida. So there is a lot of stuff going on. And what's happening is we need to get back to us, protecting us, being more positive and creative about ourselves. You know, when I was up to Casa Dig, I wrote this lecture called Being Positive, Staying Positive. Being positive, staying positive. We have to get back to that. Now, when we're positive in nature, by the way, it's kind of interesting, you know, the subconscious mind has no sense of humor. Did you know that? It has no sense of humor at all. Whatever you put in the subconscious mind, it will react just that way. So if you say to yourself, self, I'm going to be negative for the rest of the day, guess what? The subconscious mind is going to carry that through. The first book I wrote was called Positive Affirmation to Live By. And that book details about how to stay positive in your life. Simple affirmations of words. And we need to kind of get back to that. So the subconscious mind will react to everything you put in it. It's like a computer. So how do we go about being more positive in our lives? We have to think about that. We have to react that way in life. And after we learn how to be positive, we have to take that and put it in our daily existence for the rest of our lives. You know, the first thing we do in the morning, because this is Sunday, so it's a snap day, you don't have to worry about it too much except listening to me, of course. But you get up Monday morning, and the first thing you think about is, oh my gosh, I have to confront this, I have to confront that, I have to do legal work, I have to do this work, whatever. So by the time you go to your office or wherever you go to, you're completely wiped out. And we have to change that a little bit. We have to get up in the morning and say, look, I've been doing this for a number of years. She said I've been in it for 40 years, I'm only 35. I don't understand that. But when you get up in the morning, instead of saying, it's going to be drudgery, start saying, listen, I've been doing this for so many years, I can handle it without any problems. Change the subconscious mind to be more positive in life. And you'll find that you will emanate not only that out there, but people will be drawn to you because of it. Have you ever noticed people who are very positive in nature, who are walking around through life and saying, hey, I've had a dream, I can take it and place it and work it out. They have that plus factor within them, that positiveness that's installed in each and every one of us. You know, God, we always call God the infinite intelligence, but God is God. And He's given us the capabilities of being positive in life and carrying out whatever we decide we need to do. We're the ones that block the doors. We're the ones that have to open it. I go back to my son. I don't take any credit for me, I go to him. But he was in the insurance business for a number of years. Very smart kid, like his dad. No smile, I know. He dropped that and he went into a different facet of business, which is the website. And he's doing very well. And I said to him, gee, that's remarkable. How did you ever do that? Because you're shifting from one position to another. And he said, yeah, we just did it. And he had the attitude of he's going to accomplish what he set out to accomplish. And I have to admire that with him. And not only that, admire that with anybody who has that positive attitude. You know, I like people who try to do things and fail than not try at all. Not try at all. There's so many people who say, you know, I really want to open up the store, or I really want to study this, I want to do that, and they never do it. We put off too much in our lives instead of saying, that's what I'm here for, that's my dream, that's my aspiration, that's what I'm going to go after. So we need to be positive all the time. And I keep mentioning that in different lectures because we kind of need to get back to that. We really do. My teacher, Gladys Customs, whom some of you remember, I think, always mentioned that positive thoughts produce positive results. Positive thoughts produce positive results. And it really works that well. Again, if you think positive on something, that something will come into your life. We talk about natural law in spiritualism, and that's a very positive law. It's one, I don't know much about it because I'm not an expert at it, but I do know that it's you can't change it at all, but if you use it in your daily life, you will be better off. But so many people don't know what it's all about. But it's a very positive statement in there. So we have to get back to that and think about it not tomorrow morning, right now. Right now. You know, my mother used to say, don't put off what you can do today. She's right. I think she's still with me. So we need to really reaffirm that. Use natural law as a guideline because they're very positive statements. Make up affirmations yourself. I'm going to be better today. I'm going to be better as a result of my existence and connection with God. You know, we have spirit guidance all the time. Each and every one of you in the congregation has a spirit guide. Some, maybe more. They're always there. They're always working with us. I did a reading Saturday, and I normally get the spirit guides around people, but I don't think I really got it at that time. I couldn't understand them. So, about 2 days later, I decided to go for a walk. I usually go about 3 miles to try to be a lean, mean fighting machine. Anyways, I was putting my shoes on, and my guy came in and said, remember that reading you did Saturday? And I said, yes. Well, here's the guide for that individual. So I got the guide, what the guide looked like, and the name. So of course I called up and mentioned who it was, because it's important for that individual to know. So Spirit is working with us all the time. The thing about this is they see much more than we do. They really see the whole gamut of who we are and which direction we're flying. Now I remember, I was awake this time in school, by the way. I remember in geometry. Don't ask me more than that. But in geometry, there's one axiom: the whole is equal to the sum of its parts. Right? Right. And so it's like a pizza. If you cut a piece of pizza off, that's the segment. That's how we see it as human beings. We see just a segment of our life. We see from going point A to point B. Spirit sees the whole thing. They will let us know, if we pay attention to them, what's going to happen to us, how we're going to get there, and what direction, of course, we need to take. And Spirit is always positive. I have never ran into a non-positive spirit. Even my guide, Gladys, is always positive. So we have to depend on our spirit communication with our guides and ourselves to open those doors. So don't put off and say, yeah, you know, I'm going to do that tomorrow morning. I had somebody say, I'm going to do that next month. So next month comes along and said, you try it. Oh, I forgot. Best aid to memory is a memo. We need to do it now. Before we leave the chapel today, after we eat, of course, make sure you do it. Make sure you get out and say, I'm going to do it now. Because we start the ball rolling. the subconscious mind will start picking it up. You know, God is very powerful and very positive. I don't think God is a negative entity at all. If it is, we're in the wrong business. So God is very positive and wants us to be the same through our lives. And we forget that. So right now, make a mental note, and I'll check as you go out the door if you did it. Make sure you become positive in your nature and say, yes, I can handle a situation right now, and I'm going to do that. How can we keep it going? That's the problem. We always run into somebody or someone or something that's going to kind of pull us off course. If you get down, pull yourself up. Pull yourself up mentally. I have a friend of mine who's a psychologist. He's a PhD in, I think, clinical psychology, and he's way down. He's way down. So everybody is human. But we're very fortunate to be spiritualists. We understand natural law and also positiveness within ourselves. So don't put it off till tomorrow, because tomorrow will never come for it. Do it right now before you leave. And thank you.